Alright, welcome back. Today we are doing yet another sticker capsule opening. Today we're gonna do Paris 2023 Challengers Sticker Capsules. Right, we're gonna run about 50 of these and hope for gold, but we'll take some holos too. Since recording this, the EG holos have gone down in price. I think it reached a high of 500, but it doesn't change the fact that at any moment it could be pumped and dumped or just generally go up in value. But usually not going to follow the pattern that EG holos did. But that being said, the holos may be more valuable than the gold sometimes. Especially in the case where the sticker capsules are reusing the same logo from previous tournaments or majors, you might not get much value in the gold. But the holos, that's always going to be something. And the holos will probably end up matching with more skins in a better way anyways. The glitters are an interesting place too, depending on the color. Color could be like monochrome glitter, so that can actually go pretty well too. It's not always about the team logo itself, it's about how well it can actually gel with some of the top and most popular skins. That being said, let's kick it off with capsule number 1. Let's see if we can start it off with some luck. That is a negatory. We have a Apex 2023 blue, and we're gonna get a FaZe esports for the second case. I'm actually a little confused why FaZe isn't going up more in value, considering I don't really think they're a team anymore, so that might be an investment opportunity if you're watching from the right now, or if you're watching from the future. Oh hey, we got our first glitter, Ninjas in Pajamas, after the rebrand. It would have been nice if it was the older logo, but hey, you know what, I'll take a glitter. It's a decent start. We're only a few cases in and we already got our first purple, so hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. But as I was saying, for the FaZe, actually, might be a decent investment. I don't think it's a team anymore. If it is, it's like hovering a tier 2 or more likely tier 3 or 4, so basically going to be defunct if not already. So that's something to think about. Alright, we got another glitter. Schema Legion, pretty good in terms of what you can do with this, not only for spelling things out for specific words, for skin combinations and patterns, but also just the general white that'll probably match pretty well with a lot of skins. Mont is another one that I think might actually be on the way out, to be honest. I think they reached a really high of tier 1 for just a hot second. Ooh, let me make that correction, like tier 1 or tier 1.5 competition, which is why we even see them in a sticker. But since then, they've just fallen off the radar. It was kind of like a Cinderella run, and that's why I think Mont will either just continue to hover in tier 2 or 3 and potentially just disband. So that might be something worth investing into as well. As of 2025, I don't think that's the case. They're still hovering around. So those sticker values haven't gone up yet, but as I said in previous videos, when it comes to investing in the sticker capsules, your best bet is actually getting contender or challenger stickers, aka teams that are going to most likely disband or rebrand. Which means that sticker and that team won't be available anymore, right? So that's your best bet in terms of getting return on investment as far as capsules go. Ironically, the more popular teams like Vitality, for example, or like G2, they may go do roster changes, they may go do maybe logo changes, but in terms of their strength in the CSGO scene, they're just too strong to go away. And that's probably true for a lot of the Brazilian teams too, like Pain, Furia, MIBR, right? I guess Imperial to some extent, although Imperial hasn't seen success in some time. But that being said, like you want to go for the teams that kind of had a Cinderella run, or you know, maybe they were once great, but they're defunct. I mean, that's exactly what happened to Complexity stickers. It came as a shock to everybody that Complexity disbanded, and they were always teetering around tier 1 to 1.5 to 2. So when they disbanded, a lot of the stickers actually went up, and you know, EG was kind of in the same set too, right? They were just relevant for a while. They were actually competing, and all of a sudden, their teams just they just kind of faltered in every tournament, every appearance they had, and then they just dropped dead, and then they disbanded. So yeah, you definitely want to invest in the teams that are more likely to disband. Unfortunately, you're kind of gambling on the failure of CS2 teams, which sounds terrible, but that's just kind of how it is. That creates a shortage, and a shortage is where you end up profiting. So that being said, yeah, I've been yapping for a while. We got nothing but those few glitters at the start. It's just been blue on blue on blue action. We're hoping something good comes. Oh, okay, that's our first gold sighting. It was an OG. I actually would have really enjoyed it. I know OG is a shadow of his former self, but that's just a classic team, man. Okay, so we're just about halfway through the 50 capsules. It's really been a really bad opening so far. It started off pretty strong with the glitters, with the 2 glitters, I should say. But we're shy of another glitter right there for Ninjas in Pajamas. We pretty much, luckily the good thing is these capsules are still dirt cheap. Let's freaking go, man. We got the Holo. Alright, and this is a good Holo too. This is a team that may or may not be around in another 2-3 years, right? Hate to say it, but it's just the case. Wow, this is actually pretty. This kind of goes better with like an amber fade skin pattern than the regular traditional like Holo patterns, but or fade patterns. But hey, whatever, we'll take it. You know, I think that's a strong pickup or a strong pull. Very lucky. That might even be the highest pull that we get. And if we were gonna get a Holo, I'm actually really happy that it was the month. I would have also taken probably Game of Legion and or Pain. They have pretty nice ones too. I have a weird love-hate relationship with Pain stickers, or Pain in general as a team. Won a lot of esports bets on them being the underdog. Just rule of thumb though, if they're ever the favorite, avoid. For whatever reason, whenever they're the favorite, they just shit the bed. But as an underdog, they're usually good for at least one. Usually. Not always the case. Although the team Saw is their absolute weakness. I don't know if that's still true after Saw's like, you know, team mix-up and change-up. But, or re-roster, or change-up roster rather. But in the past, for whatever reason, they could dominate like other tier 1 teams. But when they play Saw, every single time they play Saw, they just shit the bed. And yeah, that's the thing for Pain. They live up to their name. Absolute Pain Gaming. That being said, okay, we're coming close to the end. We got like the last quarter. That's sweet, man. Another glitter for Mont, or another glitter, third one, but it's for Mont, so I'm really happy about that. So now we have a glitter for Mont as well as a Holo. Those will probably be the most desired one for this particular capsule, followed by probably Fours and then Apex, because those are the 2 most likely teams to either rebrand or disband, right? I do think Game Legion, even though they're always teetering around 1 to 2, tier 2, they're just going to be around for a while. Roster changes may happen, but I think they're just always going to be in the game, which is great. It's always good to have more competition and have more tier 2 teams kind of step up to the plate every now and then. Okay, we got our 4th glitter, I believe, and it's kind of crap. The reason why these Blast.TV major stickers never do well, even if it's holo or glitter or gold, is because they're available in every single capsule. And I think most of the time, okay, let's go. We got another one. We got a 4th or 5th glitter. Either way, 2nd month glitter, so that's really great. But as I was saying, for the Blast stickers, they always do poorly because every single capsule for that event, for that major, will actually have that available as a drop. So obviously, it's going to dilute the value of it because you're going to get it 4 to 5x times more likely. Wow, we just passed by a holo and a gold for Ninjas in Pajamas. That was quite the tease there. Okay, we're down to our last 3 capsules. We gotta hope for some last case or last capsule magic. Nope, we got a double glitter tease into a Pain Gaming blue. Let's see if our second to last capsule can give us some hope here. Hope for gold. Nope. Blast TV major glitter. Okay. Worthless. Basically worth as much as the blues themselves. So the only good thing is if you happen to like it or it actually goes well with the skin pattern, that's a good pickup for cheap. Alright, let's go. Last capsule magic. You have to envision the gold. You have to envision the holo. And what we get is a G2 blue. How fitting. Okay. Alright, recap time. So we have a total of 50 capsules opened. And we have a single holo, which is Mont, which is probably the chase for this capsule anyways, and that comes in at a value of $2.56. Then we have 7 glitters. We have 2 Blast TVs, which is worth 3 cents a piece. Big surprise. We have 2 Mont glitters, which are worth 14 cents a piece. We have 2 Game Legions, which are worth 6 cents a piece. And we have 1 Ninjas in Pajamas, which is worth 7 cents a piece. The rest are blue skins, which are worth all 3 cents a piece, which leaves us at a total return value of $4.38. Okay, and the cost per capsule is 18 cents for, times 50, because we had 50 capsules, which means it costs $9. So we got just about half the value back. So we have a net loss of $4.62. However, I do believe those Mont holos and glitters are going to go up in value over a long enough time, NFT style. So hang on to those if you got them. That's our recap. Okay, so that's our video for today. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment, because that's all you have to do to be eligible for giveaways, whether it's now or in the future. You can find my Discord link inside the video description. And just keep engaging and help me grow so that I can keep pumping out content that may be entertaining for you. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care.